Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you. This is going to be the WWE NXT review for January 8th, 2015. I thought this was a very good show. At the same time, I think this was a good show hyping up next week's show, which basically is going to be looking like almost like one of the NXT pay-per-views. NXT is going to be changing nights. They're going to be moving to Wednesday nights. They're going to be flip-flopping with SmackDown and Impact, and next week is going to be a really big sort of a switcheroo for wrestling fans. It's going to be Wednesday nights is going to be NXT, Thursday nights now going to be SmackDown, Friday nights now going to be TNA Impact on Destination America. So, I mean, that's a lot of stuff to remember, but I think if you got the remote in your hand or your Apple TV to watch your NXT, I think you're going to be just fine. Show opened up with Sami Zayn addressing the NXT universe, basically coming down to the ring. This is the first time we've seen him since winning the NXT championship from Adrian Neville at the last NXT pay-per-view, or Sami Zayn came down to the ring and then basically got out of the ring and went through the crowd, basically, you know, coming out with a whole bunch of cliches that you've seen 1,000 times, basically saying that this wasn't his championship, it was the fans' championship, and the fans and him are a part of a big band where everybody plays a different instrument, and Zayn started to get into the attack of Kevin Owens when he was met by Adrian Neville, coming down to the ring and congratulating him. You can remember the first show back for NXT. Adrian Neville was in the ring and he was talking about the attack of Kevin Owens on Sami Zayn, basically saying that he wishes that he could be here right now so he could be raising his friend's hand in victory and showing everybody the new era of Sami Zayn in NXT as their champion when he was met by Kevin Owens, and that, you know, led to a Adrian Neville versus Kevin Owens match. It was very, very good. But this basically came down to Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville, you know, noticing that Adrian Neville is due a rematch. William Regal came out, the NXT general manager, where he basically said that this match will take place next week. And that was the first sort of thing showing you that, hey, next week's show is going to be very good. Also, on next week's show is going to be a big match of Baylor. What the fuck is his name? I knew his last name. Prince Devitt going up against Tyson Kidd in a very, very good match. That basically has me pretty pumped to see that one. I think I'm more excited for that one than the rematch is going to be. The rematch, I'm not 100% sure that it's going to be able to live up to the hype. I'm 100% expecting Kevin Owens to come down and break this match up and see where we go from there. I'm not sure if they're leading towards a three-way or if maybe Neville is going to be taken out and basically it's just going to be Zayn versus Owens one-on-one. But whatever they end up doing is going to be a good match. I can guarantee you that. The first match of the night was Hideo Itami going up against Curtis Axel. Very surprised by this one. Itami got the win in a clean fashion over Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel not only does jobs on WWE television, but now he does jobs in NXT. So many times I see guys come down from the main roster, and they've been doing this. You've seen Tyson Kidd's been down there for a long time. You saw, I remember when Brodus Clay was there. I remember when Rob Van Dam came down to have a match against Neville, which I think was like a double DQ, or the match got tossed out or something like that. Brodus Clay came down to NXT. Lots of guys come down and they build up to these big, you know, superstars of today against the superstars of tomorrow matches, you know, these sort of dream matches that you're led to. And every once in a while you might see one of the NXT guys get a win over them, but it's never in a clean fashion. And this one, Axel just flat out lost. I know that he's got a great sort of build, and I know that he's got a great pedigree that WWE really likes to build off with him being Mr. Perfect Son, but I don't know. McGillicuddy, Axel, whatever you want to call him, he's been in the system for a long damn time, and it might just be to the point where WWE might be realizing that Curtis Axel might not be working as a WWE superstar, and maybe it'd be best if he went off somewhere else. I mean, he's got a big enough build. I'm sure he can find work somewhere else. TNA loves to pick up WWE drop guys. And there's also maybe New Japan or something like that. We'll have to see what happens with that. But I'm not thinking that Curtis Axel is going to be lasting a whole lot longer. What are they really going to be able to do with him? Are you going to send him back up to the main roster and change change his name again and have people maybe make believe that they don't remember McGillicuddy or Axel. I don't know. From there, we went to a women's match, which is Sasha Banks going up against Alexa Bliss. This is the first time I've seen Bliss wrestle in a long time. She's my my diva of the future. I love the way this girl looks. She's going to be awesome. I like the way she moves in the ring. The only problem was that she didn't get a lot in during this match. Basically, the match was very, very short with Sasha Banks locking in the bank statement, forcing Alexa to tap out. Alexa didn't last that long in this match. I'm hoping that she'll get another match soon, and it will go better than this one. From there, we went to a match of Tyler Breeze making his return to NXT since taking his vacation, wrestling against Chad Gable. I've texted a few of my friends. I watched this match. I know you were supposed to be looking at Tyler Breeze, but Chad Gable was the guy that really caught my eye. I honestly really thought at first he was like a local enhancement guy, and I really liked the way this guy worked. I really liked his look. I texted a few of my friends, Miguel and Victor. Victor told me that this was Gable's NXT debut. He's coming fresh off the Olympics, and he was a Kurt Angle ripoff. I don't know. You can call him a Kurt Angle ripoff all you want to, but it seems that I really like the Olympic wrestlers once they get in there. I'm really looking forward to see what Gable does in the future. He really surprised me in this match, and I thought that he looked better than Breeze did at this point. But from there we go to the main event, which is going to be the rematch that the Vaudevillains asked for because of the NXT pay-per-view. The wrong Lucha Dragon pinned a member of the Vaudevillains, the non-legal man. So basically, William Regal granted them a rematch. This match didn't turn out for the best of them. Kalisto and Sin Cara were able to get the better of them. But in these matches, man, the Vaudevillains seem to cut that ring in half and do awesome heel tag team wrestling. Staying up on Kalisto and Sin Cara. Basically, just he's cutting the ring off, and you know that always builds up to the hot tag. It's one of the fundamentals of tag team wrestling. But the Vaudevillains controlled this match for 95% of it. One small mistake, just like at the pay-per-view, and they lose this one, and the Lucha Dragons run off, retaining their championship, and people saying that the Lucha Dragons have the number of the Vaudevillains, which I think is the opposite way around. They just haven't been able to slap on that one move and get the submission, or knock the guy down and get the pinfall. That's what I'm looking forward to. Vaudevillains, some of my favorite guys in NXT. I haven't been able to find a place to wear it. The first time you wear a shirt, you want it to count. There's so many times that I pick up a shirt and I end up wearing it for the first time as an undershirt, and that's like a death statement to a shirt. And it's like, you're never going to be main event status, buddy. But next week's going to be a big one. You got Sami Zayn going up against Adrian Neville, Finn Balor going up against Tyson Kidd, and you also got the big matchup of Baron Corbin going up against Bull Dempsey. Really looking forward to this. Of course, everybody knows NXT is going to be on the WWE Network Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock from now on, so make sure you check that out next week. It's going to be a big one. I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad that I've jumped on the NXT train. Woo! Woo!